As well as using modelers for live, I love using it in the studio for jamming and inspiration for songwriting. In this video, I want to showcase just that and some of the sounds that I have dialed in at the ready. So here is my Helix Stadium set up on my desktop. This is where I work, and to the right of me I can easily reach on the screen and just do whatever I need to. I have the line outputs going into a rack mixer. It's that input, I named it Kemper, I need to change that, and that goes straight into my audio interface. I even made a note, it's the input 1516, so in Logic, which is what I use, I can just easily set that to 1516 and it's ready to go. And that's the processed guitar sound. Also, I have an XLR out, also going to my interface, which I set up, say on the Helix Stadium. I have a DI template, which has basically got a volume pedal and a wah, and there's a mono guitar signal, DI signal, just going straight into my audio interface, and I can use plugins like the new DSP stuff, and I just have one guitar cable. I could just keep my guitar plugged in and it's always ready to go. I don't have to change cables. I also have an expression pedal on the floor plugged in. There's expression pedal here, but it's a bit awkward to fly my foot right up to the desk to use it, so I have that plugged in down there right by my foot, and I could program that to be whatever I want it to be. I do a lot of writing and production sessions with other artists, and having a modeler ready to go with my template means I could just pick up my guitar and start jamming. It saves me time having to open up my DAW and getting up lots of different plugins, which in a session can really kill the vibe. I programmed my studio template in my modeler to be able to access a variety of sounds at a click of switch, which can spark ideas for songs really quickly, and generally is super fun to use. My amp modeler is pretty much the first thing that I turn on when I come into the studio, along with my MacBook and audio interface, so it is ready to be used straight away. I'll be using the Helix Stadium, but I pretty much had the same setup when I was using the Kemper and the Quad Cortex. So I'll do a quick little run through on what I got set up on my template. I just named it Sang Studio. This is what comes up as soon as I turn on my Helix Stadium for the studio. I basically crammed in as much effects and stomps as I can before the DSP says no. I also play a little bit and run through some of the sounds that I got going. So starting from left to right, I normally just have a little compressor at the beginning just to iron out the dynamics going in. I got a volume pedal, as I've shown. I got an expression pedal plugged in on the floor to save me pushing the one attached to the unit. That's programmed for volume swells, which I love, and also I can program it if I want to OR pedal. A feedbacker, which is normally when I record guitar for clients and stuff, it's just some extra sauce, and I don't turn it on that often, but it's there if I need it. I've got a couple of drives going. I have the Kinky Boost, which I normally have to drive all the way to 0. It kind of still gives it enough of a boost, almost too much sometimes, but I really love the extra bite that gives. I love the TMR distortion. And then I have a fuzz pedal. What do I have here? Octaver. I'm a big fan of making guitars not sound like a guitar, so I have a little synth thing going. And then finally I get to the amps, which at the moment I've got like a high watt situation going, but it's so easy just to like change the amp. I just click on that and I choose whatever amp that I want. So it depends on what sounds that I fancy in that particular day. I got a little more of a pitch thing, and then it's just loaded full of modulation effects. I have a tremolo, chorus. This is quite interesting. It's like a kind of tape reel thing, which really degrades the sound of the guitar. Pitch ring mod, and another little tape thing. I just love making guitar sound as shit as possible. A delay that I could easily swap to whatever delays I want. As you can see, it's kind of blanked out now because DSP just won't let me load up any more stuff. And then I have a room reverb, which I pretty much have on all the time because it's just adds quite a lot of air to the guitar sound. Spring reverb, which I'm a big fan of, and then a bit of a larger hall to create some more ambient sounds. I also have a looper if I fancy just jamming with myself and coming up with little ideas and loops. So I'll just mix and match some of the sounds here and play through different combinations so you get an idea of what's on my fingertips. I hope this gave you some ideas that the Helix Stadium or any type of modeler can be an amazing tool in a jamming or writing environment. I personally love using the Helix Stadium because of the touchscreen and how it's so quick and easy and fun it is to dial sounds up quickly, bring up amps and reorder them. You can also do the same with the Quad Cortex, but a lot of other modelers like the Kemper has a brilliant editor for your Mac and PC where you can pretty much do the same thing. This preset is what I'm enjoying at the moment, but it's forever evolving and I'll constantly change amps and effects depending on what style I'll feel like playing that day. If you like the sound of my Helix Stadium preset or what I got programmed, it's available in the link in the description below. For those interested setting up the modeler or Helix Stadium for live shows, I recently made a video where I showcased 2 different ways that I program mine for acts such as Natalie Imbruglia, Busted and Scouting for Girls. Feel free to check it out in the end screen. Thank you for watching.